Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for the city of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And in this video I'm going to be taking on the Commodore of the Skies level 200 LUFENIA quest as part of Aranea's character event that I initially thought was going to be a lost chapter, but actually it's just a character release event because she was a global first. And I'm going in with a team of Emperor, Aerith and Aranea, with a Ramza friend and a remove summon. So after the last LUFENIA in Ildnash's Lost chapter, which was absolutely all kinds of obnoxious, I mean it was 7 shades of bullshit, this one is extremely straightforward, and you can pretty much just choose however the hell you want to take it on. So I'm going with a bum rush team of Emperor and Aranea, and I'm pretty much just going to be dealing as much damage as I can to the boss before it takes a turn. Now, it is entirely possible to get 0 boss turns on this by using characters like Ultimecia, or alternatively by getting all your delays in before the boss decides to put up the locked frames, which happens, I think, somewhere around the 80% HP mark. But I'm just going for raw damage, and chances are they're probably going to get in some damage on me. But I've got Aerith and we can just heal it off and kill them. So without further ado, let's jump into it and see how it goes. So I do indeed have Aranea's LD weapon. I did some pulls for it off camera. Thankfully this one was a lot kinder than Ildnash. I ended up having to pity Ildnash, but Aranea only took me 20k. So that's not too bad. And of course I already have Emperor's Burst. I randomly got it from ticket pulls previously, so I don't have to worry too much about that. So anyway, we're just going to go straight in with Hup's LD just to get the magic imperil and the additional brave damage. And because at this stage in the fight we can still use turn delays, so I am going to be getting up the LD on B over here just to push his turn back a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to do Seal Evil on A over here. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to pop an additional ability with Aerith. Okay, so Aranea is going to pop the Cloud Call as the first thing she does to get the delays in there. I mean, I could totally have done that as the second thing I did instead, but never mind. I'm going to do Set Overclock. And we can... what I'm going to do here is I am going to I'm going to Dragoon Dive on A for the turn delay. And then I am going to Vermilion Salt onto B. So what Aranea's LD overhead effect does is it actually gives her this Magitech Lance effect, and basically while this is active, then she will guaranteed rebreak on every move that she does, which is exactly as awesome as it sounds like, to be perfectly honest. And also she gets a free skill after she uses her LD, which really helps with her longevity quite a lot, if I'm being perfectly honest. So again, we can actually get in some turn delays here. So I'm just going to go in with this to yeet B back, and then I'm just going to High Wind, because we do need to get the Vitalcrusher debuff on these guys, because they are actually immune to... Well, they're not immune to imperils. They're not immune to imperils completely. Well, they are actually. They're only immune to lightning imperil, but the problem is they absorb everything else, so you can't really do much. That's why I brought Hope along for the magic imperil, and I'm going to go for Seal Evil on the one that doesn't have the debuff, which is B over here. I'm going to get this in on B. Very nice. And Emperor is going to use his additional ability. And I honestly might as well just LD onto this guy. That was a mistake, I should have done it on B, because the board is going to get messed up. Never mind, the other one right. Okay, and should be able to air superiority onto A. So I think this is where they're going to put up the frame lock. Yeah, and I believe A is the only enemy remaining that is in need of a Vitalcrusher, so we're going to get that on there as well. Very nice. Now we've done all the delays we can with these guys. I'm not going to use another LD. I'm just gonna skill 2. Now Aerith needs to go bye-bye, and we're going to bring in our Ramza and go into the burst. So we're going to set up for the Emperor burst here. So yeah, I think once they get below 80% health, then they do a frame lock, so it completely immune to delays and turn deletion at this point. But with this being Aranea's Lost Chapter, the interesting thing is that they are not immune to being rebroken. So if I was, say for example, to use Aranea's LD here, just purely hypothetically, then the delay does the turn break does actually push them back. So making use of her skills this way, we can actually keep them delayed, despite not actually being able to properly delay. Okay, so I'm going to pop on the Hope Shell, so we get some more buffs on everyone, because that's going to help max out Ramza's burst effect, and then we're just going to dive straight into Emperor's burst. And of course, let's do this to start with. Very nice. And we have all of Emperor's traps on there. We have Seal Evil on both of them. So it's just time to go to town, pretty much. Do as much damage as we can. Seeing all sorts of filthy numbers, which is what I like to see. So of course we only have the magic imperil and Vitalcrusher on at this point, and of course the Ramza burst effect. We do not have any kind of elemental imperil, and we're still basically maxed out on damage, which is glorious. So the only downside with having this many frame debuffs is that we're not going to be able to stick the burst debuff on there. But the only problem with the burst trap is that you actually have to let them get a turn to use it, so I mean, that is still probably going to happen, but at the same time it might not. So that's going to be a lot of numbers. 2.76 million damage, that's what I'd see. Excellent stuff. And we've got a launch on both of them already, so it's kind of a waste to use the LD, but at the same time, there's no point using Ramza's EX when it's like single plus, so we'll just do this. So I kind of really want to just go into the summon right now, to be honest, but we'll lose turns if we do that, so I won't do that. So I'm actually going to Vermilion Assault onto A to push A back, because that launch on B over there, that has got Emperor's name all over it. That is just begging to have Emperor use his LD to launch, not the EX, honestly. Filthy, filthy numbers. Oh my goodness, 729,000. You'd love to see it. Let's go ahead and let's use a cloud call. Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna summon now. Oh, nice! We didn't even lose turns because I used the set overclock. Oh, so that's really nice. That's excellent. Oof, size large. And time for Emperor to proc the launch. So one thing I really like about the level 40 summons is they increase your HP damage cap. Yeah, I kind of have to use the free high wind here. It has to be done. And this must also be done. Can I get Ramses' turn before Emperor this way? I can actually, yeah. There we go. So superiority on A, of course, because B is unbroken, so this will break both of them. Make sure to get B delayed there. So the reason why I wanted to do this is so that Ramza will jump out and we can get Aerith back before Emperor's burst effect runs out, so that means we can pop both of our squall calls, which are going to do so much more damage with the burst effect active. I'm not even going to bother using the EX. It does more damage just to use the LD. 150, not bad at all. There we go. I don't know about you, but it's certainly looking like we are going to be able to kill the enemies before they even get a turn. How's about that? Let's do another Seal Evil. And I guess Aranea can take care of business. There we go. Holy shit, I didn't expect that to work. I guess it's because I used the skill ones when they weren't immune to delay, so that kind of pushed them back for just enough turns for us to be able to do some shenanigans. So there we go, that is going to be my clear of Aranea's character event. So of course Aranea is not really, she's not as busted as she was when she first came out as a global first, because back then, like, you know, her kit was completely overtuned for chaos. But at the same time, as you can see, she is not bad. She is definitely not a bad choice for Lufenia, and if you choose to pick her up, which I have done because, well, I missed her costume the first time round, and as much as I got bored of using Aranea like constantly when she first came out, it's kind of fun just to go back to her because it's been so long since I've used her, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's gonna be it, and she'll definitely not steer you wrong in Lufenia, because Vitalcrusher is still a very powerful debuff, and it only takes up 1 slot, which is excellent. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and until the next time, take care and goodbye.